Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, there's a viral methodology out there that's been around for years and years. You've probably seen it in your feed. It's called GTD. But what is GTD? Well, I'll tell you what. It's the Get Things Done methodology. And it's a personal productivity methodology that redefines how you approach your life and work. It relies on the idea that you need to simplify your workload, or at the very least, how you think of your workload. Because the more ideas, information, and stress that are in your head, the harder it is to figure out what you actually need to do, let alone get it done, right? And GTD is obviously about getting things done and not spending all your time thinking about what needs to be done. You see, when you use GTD, you take all that clutter out of your brain and dump it somewhere where you can go through it, streamline it, and make actionable decisions. If you frequently feel overwhelmed or like you just have too much going on, this method might be great for you. Now, how does GTD work, you might ask? Let's talk about that for a minute. Now, even though the methodology of GTD is involved enough that you could fill an entire book on how to utilize this methodology, but today, I'm going to easily break it down into 5 main components so you can jump right in and use this methodology to effectively make things happen in your life. Remember, I'm just trying to get you thinking. I want you to be the best you that you can be. So let's jump right in. Number 1, the first step in this methodology is capture. Capture everything that is bouncing around in your head and pulling your attention in multiple directions. Then I want you to get out a pen and paper and write it all down. Don't skip anything, even if it seems irrelevant. Do a complete dump on the piece of paper, even if it takes more than one piece. Then, 2, I want you to clarify what you wrote down. Look at each of the tasks and identify actionable steps you can take to complete each and every one of those. And then jot those down. So you break each task up into steps, right? So you have task number 1. You'll list the steps that you can take in order to complete that task. Then you'll go to the next one and the next one. You know, and if there are no actionable steps associated with a given task, not even just do it if it's simple, consider whether it can just be thrown out. You might be able to delegate it to somebody else, or maybe it's not something that you need to take care of right now. It might be something you can delegate to a later time frame. Okay. Next, I want you to organize by creating a to-do list. Put your action items into your calendar. Delegate smaller tasks. File away reference materials and whatever else you need to create a timely, structured approach to getting things done. And act. Okay? Remember, action is what gets things done, not sitting there staring at a list of things that need to be done in order to get things done. The next thing you'll need to do is to reflect. Reflect frequently and review all your organized materials on a regular basis. And this could mean every Monday you look it all over, update or revise anything that needs changes, and mark things off that are done. Remove those from the list. We don't want to sit there and look at those anymore. They're gone. As soon as things are gone, that's fine. And if that means you need to rewrite your list several times during the week, well then rewrite your list several times during the week. Or maybe you'll use a Word document and you'll type everything out, and then as things are done, you'll just remove things from the document. And use an after-action review to comprehensively go through everything you've done and what you need to work on or stick with as you move forward. Because remember, it's not the getting things done. It's not accomplishing the goals. What's most important is the lessons we learn and who we become as we're working through this list to get it completed. And then finally, I want you to engage. Engage by tackling your own action items consciously and actively. You have a list of tasks and action items now that you've just created. This is your organized system. As you put it into your calendar, you've identified dates and references. And as a schedule for checking in with yourself, you will want to make sure that you continue to go through items and move through them according to specific expectation. So what I mean by that is you've created a list under each item of things that need to be done. Follow up with yourself. You have everything you need to get started and work toward your goal completion incrementally. You've built out a beautiful plan. And that's a nice thing about GTD is that it's pretty adaptable. You don't need certain apps to get this completed or any sort of technological ability to get your life organized. But I'm telling you, there are plenty out there. If you go into Google Play, you'll find plenty of apps that are specific to the GTD methodology. Okay, but really all you need is a pen and a piece of paper, and you can do amazing things in your life. It's old school technology, but it's still as functional as it ever was. And I'll tell you what, simplify your workload into something manageable, whatever that looks like for you. Don't go out and look at examples of GTD and then expect that your list is going to look exactly like the one presented, or that you're going to work functionally through your to-do list like everybody else does. It might stress you out a little bit, but a little stress can be beneficial for pushing you to be more productive. And if you get too stressed out, that can also have the opposite effect. So creating this personalized system using the GTD method can reduce unnecessary stress and leave you with the tasks and steps that are most urgent for you to complete in your life. You know what? It's amazing to get things organized in your life. You just immediately, your brain just works better. You just have more energy, and you'll feel better about approaching the future when you have an understanding of what's going on in the present and how you're going to tackle things. Look, if anybody can do it, you can. Try the GTD method out, Maybe do a dump on a piece of paper, of all the items and stuff that are in your head. See how that kind of frees you up a little bit and makes you feel better about your current situation. Then as you build out the tasks, you're continuing to feel better and better. And I tell you what, it'll be the most amazing day. You'll sleep better tonight. You'll wake up tomorrow full of energy, ready to take on the day. And it's all because you've organized things that are currently being worked on in your mind, whether you know it or not. Things might be off our conscious plate, but we may have already fed those things into the subconscious. The subconscious mind may be working on all those worries, troubles, and tasks that you've kind of set aside from conscious thought. And you know what? That can impact you because those things begin to express themselves in the body. It can impact your health. It can affect your sleep, your mood, and your ability to interact with the world in the best way possible. And you know what? If anybody can do it, you can. Listen, I care about you, and I saw this methodology out there. I wanted to learn a little more about it and share it with you because I want you to be amazing, and I want you to do amazing things. I'll be back tomorrow to keep this train rolling down the track. Don't forget, I care about you. I truly believe in you, and I know if anybody can do it, you can. Take care, my friends. Have a beautiful day.